having a little bit of friction from that, you can massage me a little lower if you like incident that he had with several different masseuses. What with their sort of reputations being a scotch tarnished in the public eye, there's been talk floating around that Beck might be might be elected the next generation of poster child for the world of Scientology. And the conspiracy theorists that I know have already said that, nobody ever heard that Beck album that won all the Grammys. No one heard it. No, it's a Scientologist plot to bring him into the public eye. They rigged it. And I thought that was kind of interesting. But I really hope he doesn't become like Mr. Scientology. Like, I'd never, ever... look, if you're doing something and it makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting anyone, I kind of don't care. Like, I really don't. And I'm not going to... like, anybody that goes like, well, Scientology is just ridiculous. It's not like Christianity or anything. It's like, read the Old Testament and get back to me on whose version of events has more egregious gaping plot holes. And, so I'm not going to be that person that gives Beck a hard time for being a Scientologist. But if he got super religious about anything, it would detract from his music, I think. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. I think, like if he went hardcore Judaism or if he went hardcore Christianity and decided to get on a soapbox and
changed his name to a
things.
symbol or something.
Yeah. It would detract from what I was listening to, and I hope he doesn't become that. What else?
Florence and the Machine have released a new song.
That's awesome. I love that guy. Go on.
Speaking of, Gwen Stefani says she has no plans to pose topless.
Yeah. So if you're dying to know what Gwen Stefani topless would look like, all you got to do, picture a 12-year-old boy without his shirt on, and you're pretty close.
Long Beach wife beater shirt.
Yeah. Inconsequential is how I would describe what's going on her chest. Go on.
I'd still look, though. I'd still be excited.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be curious.
How old is she now? In her 40s? Still holds up.
I mean, and the rest. I think she's probably pushing 50.
Whew. Still holds up.
Looks
here's some bad news, sad news. Jon Stewart announced yesterday that he's leaving The Daily Show at the end of the year.
Yeah. No word on who's going to be replacing him, but hey, the left shark is available.
I would watch that like crazy.
What happened? Did Jon Stewart see who was also on the helicopter with Brian Williams? Actually, I don't know. I don't scoop many people on many things, but I actually knew about this beforehand because there's a buddy of mine that works in television, and we've done some work before, and he was like, you will be replacing Jon Stewart when he's done with The Daily Show. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I think in his mind, he thought that Jon Stewart was going to be leaving The Daily Show in like 10 years or something like that when I became less of a no-name bozo. But he actually, he texted me. He's like, dude, Jon Stewart's retiring. I have a call into Comedy Central for you. I was like, that's really cute, but there's no earthly way that would ever happen. And he was like, just let me make a call. I was like, okay, all right. So watch this space. But I was bummed. I don't know if you heard it. I've got the audio here.
Doug Herzog, Michelle Gainless of Comedy Central gave me an incredible opportunity 17 years ago to pilot this wonderful franchise. But in my heart, I know it is time for someone else to have that opportunity. And not right away. We're still working out details. I'm up in September. Might be around then. Might be December. Might be July. We're still working out details. I don't think I'm going to miss being on television every day. I'm going to miss coming here every day. I love the people here.
We love you, John.
Yeah! Anyway.
What is this fluid? What are these feelings? Frankenstein angry.
It's been an absolute privilege. It's been the honor of my professional life. And I thank you for watching it, for hate watching it. Whatever reason you were tuning in for, you get in this business with the idea that maybe you have a point of view and something to express. And to receive feedback from that is the greatest feeling you can ask for. And I thank you.
He also said he looked forward to having dinner with his family on a school night. He said sources told him they were lovely people. So, congratulations to Jon Stewart on an absolutely incredible run. And I love Jon Stewart. I love Jon Stewart, and I love what he did with The Daily Show. He wasn't the first to do it. I can't remember. What was that guy? Was it Craig Kilborn or someone like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But like Jon Stewart really took it and made it what it was, which was, look, a lot of people say he leans left, and he absolutely does, but I love the fact that he is a relentless truth machine, and he has this incredible vantage point that he works from, one that we work from here too, which is, well, one of not necessarily subscribing to the left or the right, but one of pointing out idiocy wherever it exists, and also having satire on your side. You can stretch the truth and not get suspended for 6 months the way Brian Williams did to make a point out of humor as opposed to, being a liar. He operated from such a place of principle by being a jokester that I think to anybody in the world of broadcasting, especially any sort of political or news-related commentator, Jon Stewart 100% flipped the game up. And it was like Howard Stern doing the type of radio he did. A lot of people, for a while, got in hot water because people were like, oh, you're just ripping off Stern. You're just ripping off Stern. Stern's transcended that now to a point where it's not like someone's ripping off Stern. We're all just doing something that Howard Stern created, and Jon Stewart did something incredibly similar with The Daily Show. We bid him a fond farewell and we salute him.
Viktor Frankl lived through Auschwitz, a concentration camp. He wrote Man's Search for Meaning Between Torture, Cold, and Damp. Victor could have just given up and been resigned to his fate, but he used it to write a book that made the world a better place. Bethany Hamilton lost an arm surfing in a shark attack, and what she had to overcome was crazy in the aftermath. Nobody would have blamed her for taking a different path, but she's pro surfing now, so what do you think of that? Helen Keller was an animal caged by being blind, deaf, and mute, but a teacher, Ann Sullivan, never gave up on the truth that what people say is impossible, it's just their own perception. Taught Helen how to speak and gave her life its direction. And if a woman can go from being considered to be legally an animal to a college grad, activist, symbol of what's possible, don't you think it's true that you might have more to you than whatever people told you you're not smart or strong enough to do? You're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Yeah, so many people you see giving up, cause it's easier to face giving up than not living up to all of the things that you had said you wanted to be, when running away from challenge seems to be so much more easy. Cause man's search for meaning means disbelieving, means not perceiving you're less of being, and you got something to offer that no one can take away. It means not accepting what life hands you every single day, and every way you write a story that just belongs to you. So when asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do?
Got somebody to be right. Got somebody to be right. But now
you're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on never being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. even more exist. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on never being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up on nothing on earth will end you faster. Cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. My name's AD, and I'm not too gangster. Just a big mouth white boy prankster. Never been to jail, never shot a 9, never smack a hoe, but I know how to have a good time. I grew up in the suburbs, I went to private school. I stayed mostly out of trouble, mostly I obeyed the rules. Upper middle class, so you know I'm not down. Still taking over when I'm rocking this town. Put your hands up if you're loving this sound. I am the king, so I with the clown. Oh, I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. As a kid, I was sneaky, wrote graffiti on the walls. Krylon can in hand, tag bathroom stalls. That I'm down like A-OK. But my mom's Waldo was my gangster getaway. Bass, how low can you go? A white boy, what I crack a know. Once again, it is the incredible rhyme animal, near cannibal AD. Public enemy number 1. Not really, but I like to fun like I could be one. But I never even held a gun.
Go ahead, favorite the show and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
Yep. Alrighty then, Funkhauser. Let's roll through what remains of the news, and then we'll talk about how you can get a Purple Heart now for workplace violence.
Workplace violence, so like if we get in a fight, one of us is going to walk away with a Purple Heart?
Well, by the new definition of workplace violence and the fact that Purple Hearts have recently been awarded following an act of, note the sarcastic air quotes around it, workplace violence, yeah, sure. I guess, I could punch you, you could punch me, and we'd sort of technically be eligible for a Purple Heart. If it seems to make no sense, that's because it doesn't, and we'll get into exactly why after we finish up the news.
Well, who's Jamie Dornan?
Isn't that guy from 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh, he does? Well, he says that 50 Shades of Grey will cause unmanageable erections.
That'd be a great name for a band.
Yeah.
Hello! Topeka, Kansas, we are Unmanageable Erections! Yeah. Although, if you go see it with your wife, there'll be something there to balance it out. Go on.
50 Shades of Grey was banned in Malaysia.
Oh, yeah. Now Malaysia will never be associated with deviant sex. The sex tourism capital of the world. So I've been told. And they've banned 50 Shades of Grey. Is it Malaysia that's a sex? In all seriousness, I've never gone on a trip that could be classified as sex tourism. But I hear places like Malaysia are where it happens. Is that right, Funkhauser?
I think you can get anything in Malaysia, including influenza.
Isn't that where they went?
Bubonic plague.
The Hangover Part 2 or something like that? Was that where they went?
Oh, I should have seen that, but I didn't.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
They went to some Asian country where you can get whatever you want. Anyways, apparently that country where you can get anything you want, sexually speaking, has banned 50 Shades of Grey. What else?
A poll shows that 40% of Americans think Brian Williams should lose his job as host of NBC Nightly News.
However, Brian Williams claims he just did his own poll, and it shows 150% of people want him to keep his job at triple the salary. I think Bruce Jenner's a little jealous of Brian Williams at this stage in the game, only because he heard that NBC might give him a pink slip. Go on.
A rare autograph of baseball player Shoeless Joe Jackson from the early 1900s could sell for $100,000.
Brian Williams says he finally remembers the day Shoeless Joe signed it for him. Shoeless Joe Jackson, that's the main protagonist, the main ghost protagonist in Field of Dreams, correct?
Oh, is that the guy? Oh,
yeah.